Hey y'all, I'm going to be showing y'all how I did this beautiful set today. I really love how this came out. Super simple and so me, and I really love this color, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's get into it. So I'm starting out with these full coverage tips. I got these from Amazon. They are by the brand BT Art Box. They are the perfect length for me. I love this length on my fingers. I'm still able to maneuver everything, do my girl's hair, do my hair, wash dishes, everything that I can do without nails. So I don't like too long of a length, and I don't want my nails to be super short. So this length here is super perfect. And they come already like pre-buffed, so it looked like a matte color, and it comes with like a pink base coat. So I'm going to be taking this Madam Glam pink builder gel. It's in like a light pink, and I'm going to just be applying a thin coat on this and then curing for 60 seconds. Now the Madam Glam, I'm not too sure if you can get it off Amazon, but I'll link the products down below, and I do have a discount code for Madam Glam if you guys are interested in purchasing any of these polishes that I'll be using today. Well, I think this is the only polish that I use from Madam Glam, but this is my favorite base coat. So I'm also going to be using this polish. This was one of my first polish sets that I got from Amazon, this gelling polish. Now, I will say that the polish isn't as thick as Madam Glam's or Nail Reserve or any other like named or top brand. It's kind of watery, but their colors are really pretty, and it still would use like the same or normal 2-coat application. If it's like a lighter color like a yellow or I'll say like a light blue, you may need a 3rd coat with the gelling polish, but either way I won't throw them out. But I've started doing my nails about, I don't even know how long ago, y'all, but it's been some time since I have these polishes from gelling, and I never really used them once I started getting other polishes. But it gets the job done. So after I cured it, I never know what design I'm going in with unless I find a picture on Instagram or Pinterest or TikTok, Twitter, any other social media sites. And to this day, I didn't feel like looking for a picture. I started to look for one and couldn't find any that I liked, so I didn't go too far into it. So I just decided to freehand it or freestyle it, I guess. But I'm just incorporating my 2 favorite designs. I'm doing a French on 3 of the nails and then the little outline on 2 of the nails. And I know I'm going to be using some type of bling. If y'all have been watching my nail videos, y'all know I need some type of bling on my nails. But anyway, y'all, this design, just like all of my other designs or nail art, is super simple, super easy. If you're not used to doing Frenches, then it may take you a little bit of time. Mind you, I'm still learning. I've been doing my own nails for, I'll say, over a year now. I don't know how many years, but it's been multiple years. But I'll say over a year, of course, since I've started doing YouTube. But I'm still learning how to do a French. But I take my time, I practice, and I try to do at least one French on all of my nails, whether I'm recording or not, just to get that practice. But y'all see my brush? I got this brush from Amazon, and I had it since I started doing my nails. And y'all can see that the brush part is like slanted, and it's permanently like that. I would clean it with acetone, and it would still come out like tilted this way. And that's just from constantly doing designs with the same brush. But that's how the nails are looking so far. As I mentioned, I am doing French on 3 and then the outline on 2. And I just want to apologize right now. My bad, y'all, for keep going out of frame. Like, I was watching, what was I watching? I think I was watching Wentworth on Netflix for like the umpteenth time. And I really like this show. So I'm leaning back a little bit I was leaning back a little bit for 2 reasons. One, because I'm pregnant and it hurts to sit straight up and stay underneath the camera. And another reason because I was getting comfortable watching my show, to be completely honest. But anyway, I did that. Then I cured it for 60 seconds. And then this is just me going in with the second coat. I'm only going to do, I think, one of these on camera, and then the rest I did off camera. But I did do 2 coats of this and cured between, I'll say, 30 and 60 seconds each time. For the most part, it was 60 seconds. So cure for 60 seconds in between each layer. And y'all, this color is so pretty. When I used to go to the nail salon, this is the main color that I used to always get because it's safe and it's like, it looks nice on my skin complexion. So then I'm going to go in with this Model 1's gold liner gel paint. I think that's what it's called. Like I said, I'll link everything down below. But I'm just going in and just outlining the French with this. I didn't know if I wanted to do this or not, but I just decided to do it anyway. Now, I do recommend using a nail art brush even when you are using the gel liner, because to me, the brush of the gel liner is not as long as my nail art brush. And it was kind of hard to get the same consistency and the thickness of the outline. And I was being lazy, as always. Didn't feel like cleaning my brush because I only got one nail art brush. I did order some from Temu in my Temu nail haul, but they are short. They're not as long. They're actually shorter than this gel brush, and I can't do nothing with it besides make dots or little tiny lines. So it didn't really work out for me. So I didn't want to clean my brush because I knew I was going back in with the peach color from gelling. So definitely get yourself a long, skinny nail art brush. The application is so much easier when you're doing nail art, especially with the French designs. So they are looking super cute so far. We're going to cure that. And for some reason, please don't ask me why in the comments. I don't know. I went in with a matte top coat. Y'all, I really don't know why I did this, honestly. But anyway, I'm doing a thin layer of a matte top coat. This top coat is from Beetles, and I did get this from Amazon as well. So thin layer, and just on the nails with the French, because I'm going to do like the 3D croc design. And I don't know, I really cannot tell y'all why I did this matte top coat. I have no clue. And here I'm trying to decide if I wanted to do it on those nails with the outline or not, because I knew I was going to put some stones on there. So I'm like, no, I'm going to just put the stones on and top coat it with a regular shiny top coat. So that's how I was looking. And like I said, I'm going in with the same peach gel and nail color or gel polish and just making the 3D croc design. Now this design is super simple as well. You just want to make sure that the polish that you're putting on the brush and on the nail is not flat. You want it to be raised a little bit to give it that 3D effect, especially when you put the acrylic on. So I do recommend that you guys try this design out. It's super simple, super pretty, and I love it. So at this time, if you are not already subscribed, I want you to go ahead and consider subscribing, like the video, and leave me a comment on a color that I should do for my next nail set. I always get stuck with the colors, and I'm a simple girl who likes simple, dainty nail designs or nail colors, so nothing too loud. Once in a while, I may do like a bright orange or a bright green, but y'all let me know or comment some colors down below. I believe I have just about every color in my collection, but comment some colors down below of a nail set that I can do. But yeah, y'all, thank y'all for watching thus far. Definitely consider subscribing, like the video, and leave me that comment below. After you make your 3D design, you don't cure it. You leave it nice and wet, and then you go in with some clear acrylic powder. I'm going to show y'all what I'm using. I'm using an acrylic powder. I did get it from Amazon, and I had this in my stash for a long time. And don't worry about me dumping the acrylic back into the acrylic jar, because nobody else will be using this. I won't be applying this acrylic to nobody's fingers or anything. But yeah, you just make the design, you use the acrylic powder, you pour it over, and then you cure. So I'm just showing y'all up close how to do the design, and y'all can see that the bubbles or the little dots are absolutely raised, and you want that just to give it that 3D effect. So here is the acrylic powder. It's from Savvyland, like I said, and you literally just pour it over. Now, I'm messy. Like, I make a mess with this powder every time I use it, and I certainly did this time as well. And because of that, I like to dip it in, but I do find that it does like presses the bubbles out or flatten them out a bit. So I decided to use this because it's wide enough for me to dump it back into the container. But like I said, I still made a mess. So just be careful when y'all using your powder. I seriously need to get me a dust collector, because by the time I was done applying this set, it was dust everywhere, in between my legs, on the floor, on my desk, everywhere. So consider getting a dust collector too. So as mentioned, once you are done, you go ahead and cure. I cured it for only 30 seconds. And then I am vigorously dusting all of the excess acrylic powder off. But y'all see my desk? Y'all see all the white powder everywhere? Like, it was everywhere. So just dusting that off, and you want to make sure you dust it off, especially if you're going to go in with a top coat over like the bottom part of it, which I am going to do. You don't want that dust to get all into your polish and then start affecting your next set. Now it's time for my favorite part, blinging the nails out. So I got these stones from Temu, I believe. And if it wasn't Temu, it's Shein. Y'all gotta go back and watch my nail art hauls. I really don't remember. This pregnancy brain is really getting the best of me. But the stones are big enough for me not to be able to use a tool. So I just put some McCart Rhinestone glue, and I put enough where it will last because I don't have my Gorilla Glue. But put enough on there, and then I cured it for 60 seconds. So that is really pretty to me. I'm just making sure that it's straight before it go under the UV light. And like I said, I'm going to cure for 60 seconds. And then the next nail, I am going to be using these little cherry hearts. Like, it's a bow with a heart, but it also look like cherries. And also just some little rhinestones, like the really tiny rhinestones, just to make like a little tail from the cherries. So I'm putting that on, and I'm putting it on like at a diagonal or a slant. And y'all will see the stone placement for the little tiny rhinestones. Really simple. Now, after I put this big stone on the cherry little hearts, I should have cured it, but I didn't. So you see it sliding, but I did fix it. I didn't cure it still at this point, putting the little small rhinestones on. I just tried to keep my nail or keep my hand a little bit still so it won't, be flopping all over the place. But y'all will want to cure that part before y'all go forward with adding any additional stones, just so it can stay in place. But I'm just putting these little tiny rhinestones on, like I said, making a little tail from the cherry little hearts as if it was a butterfly. But after that, cure that for 60 seconds, and then I'm going in with a top coat. I'm not too sure what top coat I'm using. I think I'm using Nail Reserve top coat. Yeah, I think I'm using Nail Reserve top coat. And I'm just going in, thin layer, and then curing that for 60 seconds as well. And then we are going to apply them. Now, usually I would just make one hand depending on the set, but it was time for me to get my nails done. And I mentioned that in my self-care day. If you haven't watched that, definitely go check that out. I'll link it down below. and I'll put it in the cards at the top of the screen here. But y'all, like I said, I will usually just make one hand, but I did eventually go ahead and make the other hand off camera. So I'm really going to apply this set. So I'm just prepping my nails. My cuticles were already pushed back. I'm just going in, buffing off the shine off my nail, and then we are going to wipe that down and apply them. Of course, using KDS glue. I cannot for the life of me find my Kiss pink nail glue that I want. I want that nail glue so bad, but I can't find it. And on Amazon, it's only giving me like one in a pack, and I want multiples. But anyway, wiping that down with an alcohol pad just to get all the dust and debris away so my nails can stick and so they can last at least 2 to 3 weeks. And y'all know when y'all get nail tips, it have like the little tab on the top of it. So I'm just going to take a file and file that off and just square them out a little bit more. I like square nails. But anyway, I'm just doing that. I didn't do one of the nails because the stone is like coming off, like hanging off. Not like hanging off, but it's like off the nail a bit. Like, y'all know what I mean. It's the ring finger. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, I'm just squaring them out with a regular nail file. I got this nail file from Temu. I love these files. They are an 80/80 grit, and they come in a 5-pack, I believe, and they're the best files for me. So after that, of course, there's going to be some file dust. So I'm just wiping that down with an alcohol pad. Again, y'all, I am so out of breath doing this voiceover. This baby is taking all of my oxygen. But just wiping that down, and then we are going to apply them. And I'm going to let this part play out. But I just want to say, before I do, I just want to say that there is one nail that I put on. I had to take it off because it was giving air bubbles. And we don't want no air bubbles because we want our nails to last. So I just took it off before it immediately stuck to my finger, because y'all know KDS works in seconds. But took it off and just reapplied it the right way. Put more glue so the air bubbles won't be there. But yeah, that's the nail. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and let the rest play out. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you made it this far, leave me any emoji of your choice in the comments below. All right, y'all, so that's how they're looking, all applied. I did do the other hand as well. So we're going to go in with our trusty dusty cuticle oil. I got this from Amazon, but y'all know I really prefer the other ones that I get from Temu or the dollar store, like the cuticle pins. It's just, well, I don't know if they much easier. It's more convenient because this bottle is just like huge and round. But the other bottles or the gel, the cuticle pins, just more convenient, but you do gotta twist them. But anyway, just applying the cuticle oil, and that's how they look, y'all. Super pretty, super simple. Like I said, so me, and I just love them. But thank y'all so much for watching. As mentioned, don't forget to subscribe.